This time on Roadkill Garage, the Mopar muscle boat lives! Let's go! Well, it's winter here at the Dulcich estate, and down at the lake, when I drove by this morning, it was 42 degrees, and so we thought this would be the perfect time to finally work on the Dulcich boat.
Oh man, I've been trying to get you to do this for so long. I really don't mind.
You
Wintertime, sun, sleet, snow, as long as the lake's not frozen,
The dark
I'm
of winter,
ready to go.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is not a good idea, and I'm not really into boats either, so this is going to be an episode with me having complete apathy, followed by completely freezing to death. It's going to be perfect.
I thought it was just going to be a little bit of a lack of interest.
Right.
What I'm going to do now is tell you all about this vessel. Now, the boat we have here is a Chrysler Conqueror 135. It came with the Chrysler 135 horsepower outboard, which was pretty much top of the line back in the day. Now, this boat is very unique because it wasn't an outboard. It was actually a Chrysler jet, and they built it for about a year and a half. I think it was introduced in about 1974 and a half. This boat's a 1975, and I would say they probably built less than a few hundred of these. It's powered by a 318 that's marinized, which means it's set up for a boat. But the crazy part is this. The actual drive unit. Now, most jet boats use like a universal or popular manufacturer's jet unit in a variety of different brands of boats. And Chrysler, they took a whole different approach. They engineered, designed, and built their own drive. This is a Chrysler-built jet unit, and it's a lot shorter than the other jet units that you would have seen in this era. And according to the Chrysler literature, and I've read it very thoroughly, this is a vastly superior jet unit compared to any other unit on the market at the time. I don't know if that's true or just a little bit of factory hype, but it's actually kind of unique because this is an axial pump, and I think virtually all other jet units are a centrifugal design, so I can't wait to see how it works with our freshly rebuilt Marine 318 with a lot more horsepower.
Okay, so let's begin by, I guess we have to slap the flywheel on back here.
Which I will get. I will fetch you a flywheel, and
Whee!
I'll let you put it on.
Oh, thanks. This thing does look nice, doesn't it?
Now, this thing is almost the same as a car engine, but the Marine engine in 1975 was offered as a 4-barrel. In fact, it had a 750 carburetor on a cast iron single plane manifold, while all passenger car engines were 2 barrels. It has a different distributor, basically using the same guts as an electronic ignition in a car. Up front, the timing case cover is cast iron, it's doweled to the block, and there's a difference in the pulley arrangement and some of the brackets. The other big honking difference is right here, these exhaust manifolds. For the boat application, these are fully water jacketed. So it's got an internal casting pathway, which carries all of the exhaust, and then water is pumped through these nipples, and that keeps everything nice and cool under the engine hatch because there's very little air movement in there. Now, the modifications here, I went with Edelbrock heads, and the reason is they have a way smaller chamber, which raises my compression ratio from about 8.5 to 1 to a little over 9.5 to 1. So that's a good gain, plus they flow more. I went with an aluminum wind manifold. It's single plane. It's not a very big runner manifold, but it's pretty similar to the cast iron piece that came with this boat. Other mods are the cam. I took out the regular 318 cam. I put in a 340 high performance cam. It's rated at 268 intake duration and about 450 lift. I went from about 235 stock horsepower to 320 horsepower on the dyno. So not quite a 100 horsepower gain, but pretty close. The only thing I've got to do now is flip it around, get the flywheel and drive in place, and this thing is ready to drop in the boat.
This thing seems like a marine-only Cingolini here, right?
Yeah, that's the adapter for the short little stub drive shaft.
So the other thing that you should see here is that the Chrysler bolt pattern on the back of the crankshaft has one offset hole, and Steve has marked it here with an X on both of those parts and also on the back of the crank so we can get it aligned properly the first time. That was pretty good.
I have a bolt prepared for you, Freiburger.
I am ready. You will install it. All right, you want to torque these?
Yeah.
You know what, being a Mopar guy, I'm kind of into the Chrysler boat just because of the freak value. I also like the detail. I mean, Steve has restored this, but that cool Pentastar with the jet and the valve covers actually say Chrysler Jet 2 on them. And wait till you see the air cleaner. It actually has a little cartoon, like Super Bee thing, almost like the Super Bee car. Pretty neato that they're making muscle boats long after their muscle cars were weak. I probably need to adjust this onto the dowels. Right there, right?
Yeah. All right, that's done.
As far as I can tell, the 318 boat motor is completely ready to install. Now the problem is the regular cherry picker is too short. It won't go deep enough to place the engine where it needs to go. So I'm gonna have to switch to the forklift, and the regular forks won't do there either. I had to add these fork extensions. That'll give me all the reach I need to get way in there. And I torched a hole right here, which allows me to rig a chain with the hook, as simple as pie. Just stick the chain through, secure with a big sturdy screwdriver, and this is gonna go in before you know it.
Okay.
That's really flexing.
You see, we just took this piece of rectangle tubing and clamped it on there because this big fork extension was bending down, and now it's much better, kinda. Okay, here we go. Steve's forklift has no brakes. Perfect.
That's about all I've got.
If you go up, I think you can steer it in on center, can't you?
I think pretty close.
Okay, that's it. If he drops it, it's gonna fall all the way through the fiberglass hull, which would be amazing, by the way. Okay, that looks pretty centered. By the way, did you know that on these Mopar engines, they have a casting date right on the side? This one was cast in December 13th, 1973. Okay, stop, 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 stop. See, it wants to twist, but I can't reach anymore, so I gotta get up.
Let me start bringing it down.
Whoa. Okay, well, you're gonna be into fiberglass here in an inch.
You want me to put it down now?
Yeah. Keep going. Okay, now back up 6 inches. Okay, stop. We're now at the point of having to align that thing.
We've got to put the splines on.
Yeah.
You want me to do it?
Sure.
Oh,
There
yeah.
we go.
Got it.
Boom.
Just needed to be rocked onto the splines.
Yep. It hasn't even been that much of a fight, and we've got the 318 pretty much in place. We had to get it on the stud on the back that goes through the bell housing, and now we're going to align the motor mounts and drop it in. Oh, that just moves like butter. Let's scratch the paint on the bolt. Wow, that's installed. The engine is in. 2 bolts in the front, that nut in the back, which we still have to tighten. In fact, we're going to get rid of the forklift now. You realize nobody knows if this garbage floats, right? Okay, that makes it official. Forklift gone, engine is in.
Freiburger, I've got a big smile on my face.
Yeah?
Yeah, because finally, I've got a motor back in my Chrysler Conqueror 135.
The Conqueror. All these names you just never see on cars anymore. You know, I went to the LA Auto Show and most cars are named with nothing but a letter and a number.
That's stupid.
I know.
It looks like you're really comfortable in a boat, Freiburger. You may be just turning the corner here.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm encouraged.
I've gone from apathy to, you know,
Disregard.
boat curious.
Well, all right. I guess that's progress.
So at this point, our list is we got to get belts on it, water hoses, carburetor, throttle cable, carb stud, breathers.
Wiring.
Wiring, charge, ignition, PCV valve, oil plug and filter, plug wires, gasoline, pipe
Battery
plugs in the
cables.
manifolds, battery cables, battery. So yeah, we still have some stuff to do, but I'm expecting Steve to finish all this up by tonight while I'm on the sofa surfing Instagram.
Is that what you're going to do? You could be surfing behind the boat.
So the carb that we have for this thing is a 600 CFM Edelbrock. This thing originally had a 750 CFM Carter on it that was similar to this, but actually had a different neck flange diameter that is going to keep us from running the stock air cleaner doohickey. So this thing should be pretty good.
David,
Yeah.
take a look, Freiburger. Here's the original intake manifold.
Oh yeah. It's a 4-hole single plane, cast iron, really flat. Probably no good.
No, it's probably not great, but every 318 passenger car in 75 was a 2-barrel.
Right.
The 318 4-barrel car engine didn't come out until 77 or 78.
And then it would have had a thermal quad.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the boat. That is why I'm not enthusiastic.
Oh, wow.
Can you get a thermal quad for this thing?
No.
No? Oh, all right. See how this air cleaner looks kind of funky? It's because it's not really an air cleaner, it's a spark arrestor. The deal with boats, or this type of boat, is that it's gonna have a big enclosure around the engine, and that can get all filled with gasoline fumes. And if it ends up backfiring, then kaboom! It blows the whole thing into smithereens and it sinks to the bottom of the lake. But since Steve doesn't really want that, that spark arrestor keeps the flame from coming out of there and igniting all those fumes.
Kind of one of the trickier parts of putting the engine in was connecting the exhaust to a flexible hose, and that exits right here with these fittings that go through the transom. Now, anytime you have anything below the water line, which this is basically right at the water line, you've got to have a good seal. Otherwise, you may have a leaky boat. So I'm just going to put some silicone sealer on there. Usually, you would have some kind of special marine caulking compound, but this is good enough. You don't want to leak because your boat may sink. I trust that rubber completely.
Okay. It's gonna be all blah, 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 blah.
That's the best thing about a boat. They basically are open manifolds.
Yeah, I know, I agree. This is me making the carburetor linkage work. I'm gonna have to hog a hole in the existing linkage here. Okay, now with that done, this should slide right through there, and it does. You wanna go activate the throttle? I'm gonna check wide open. Yep,
Wow, it just compresses.
isn't it pretty cool?
Yeah.
It's totally drivable.
Yeah. It's going to be fun, except for the freezing cold and wet part.
Yeah. I'm the king of the world!
What do you... That's like called foreshadowing, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. We've been doing this religiously on stuff with flat tappet cams. There's no longer zinc or ZDDP in oil, and so flat tappet cams often wear out really quickly, so we always pour in a can of supplemental zinc on top of our oil.
Hey, dock boy, come on, I need some fuel. Come on, man.
There it goes.
It is?
Hear it?
What's
There.
it look- what's
Feel
it
it
look like?
load?
Let me see what it looks like.
It's mint. Yeah, we were just flushing the fuel system. It looks like it's going to be good. Now I can plumb the rest of it and mark that off our list. Okay, fuel system is complete.
All right. I'm just going to get comfortable here. Are you ready?
Yep. Boom.
Distributor turning?
Yep. Oh, it's also throwing sparks out of the coil, so ignition works too.
You're kidding me.
No.
We should put a pipe plug where the oil pressure sender goes before we shoot oil all over.
Before we have Old Faithful
Yes.
of oil. There's the 8th pipe plug that's missing out of the back of the engine for the oil sender, so I'll be adding that right now.
Woohoo! Man, when it's just happening, it's happening,
It's all
bro.
coming back together now. We're ready to fire this thing up, and Steve didn't want to like crank it forever until it filled the carburetor with gas, so we're going with the old brake clean trick. For some reason, it still doesn't have gas in the carburetor, which is kind of weirding me out. I think there's no way we hooked up the fuel pump backwards.
No, it's correct.
You want to just run it some more? Still nothing. Okay, well, we're gonna have to figure that out. All that's left is getting gas in the carburetor. It runs pretty good. And we're gonna put the doghouse back on the thing and then head to the lake.
It'll be a tale of human suffering, though, and triumph and victory.
Well, this will surprise you. Dulcich had installed the original fuel pump to the boat, 45 years old. And of course, the rubber was all dried out. It wasn't pumping any fuel whatsoever. So the next morning, he threw in a brand new pump and the Conqueror was ready to go.
Okay, here's the thing, Dulcich. You need to sway my opinion on the boat.
I hope I am up to the challenge.
So this is the part of the show where he backs the thing into the lake and then loses traction and the whole truck, trailer, the whole thing goes down in the drink.
You've seen me on the Engine Master show. When I build an engine, I've got a lot of anxiety,
I know.
okay? And I need a gentle hand of support, not this bottom of the lake and on the rocks.
But the stakes are much higher than Engine Masters, because you blow up an engine on the dyno, it's one thing. You throw a rod through the bottom of the boat, then we have bigger problems.
I built that engine myself, Freiburger.
It's not gonna stop being funny. All right, let's back it in, fire it up.
All right. I just want to take a minute to explain the appropriate equipment. When you go out on the lake, you want life jackets. I've got a couple here underneath the front of the boat. I've got fire extinguishers right here underneath the pilot area on a bracket, and I also have an extra one in case it's a really big fire on the side right there. I've got an anchor, I've got rope, I have an oar in case of an emergency, some bumpers for the side so you don't beat your boat up against the side of the dock. Other than that, play it safe, use your head, and then it'll be all super duper Chrysler 135 Conqueror jet action!
All right, what are we doing?
Open the hatch and I'll prop it up with this jack handle since we captured the actual prop with the fuel line when we installed the engine.
Okay.
I'm gonna start the engine, let it warm up, check for leaks, look out the exhaust and see if water is coming out the exhaust pipes.
Okay, which it
And-
should,
Yeah.
right?
Well, if it's pumping water, which I hope it does.
Man, this is gonna be a comfortable day for an excursion.
We don't have a choke, so it might be hard to start.
Hitting. Stop! Water pouring out of the back of this manifold, bad. There must be a plug missing.
We're blown.
Yep. We had to run into town, but we got the pipe plug that we need, and I'm gonna install it.
Hey, Freiburger,
Yeah. Why?
you left the pipe plug out.
I didn't. You didn't tell me it needed one. You didn't call me little buddy, though. That was
Little
the
buddy?
key.
Oh, I forgot that part. Yeah. Come on, Freiburger, you got that yet? You look like you're really struggling there.
I am. I got it, Skipper.
That's a good job, little buddy.
Oh, it's handled. That is fixed, matey. horn work? Yeah! Woohoo! Oh man, we're even burbling like a speedboat.
We are a speedboat, bro.
You're still really stressed out.
Yeah.
I can tell. Man, nice driving. There we go. Good thing I can swim.
Looked like the temperature went down a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I said. It needs to move. Woohoo!
Yeah.
No wake out here.
I know.
You're tempted to go wide open right now, which is your standard for all vehicles. But
Well, you see the temperature has gone down now that we're in the water.
yeah. This is pretty nice.
Yeah. The jet doesn't have very good directional stability at low speed.
Nah,
Okay, so far, I'm pretty happy.
I don't think we're ready for the bro shake, but it's pretty good.
Maybe this is as fast as I need to go.
It might be. I haven't been out on a lake ever since Finnegan hosed me down with his jet at Lake Elsinore.
Doesn't Lake Elsinore have like really super dirty, stinky water?
Yes,
How was that?
it was horrible.
Oh. Well, the boat is actually moving under its own power. That's something good.
This is wind.
We're past the buoys.
Well, I thought that was the starting line.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's what that means.
So what should I do?
Oh, I'd floor it.
I lost my skipper's hat!
Sweet! This is pretty good, Dulcich! Oh, sweet!
Man, this lake is like glass!
Maybe boats are pretty good! Wow, that was good.
You want to take the helm for a second?
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't driven a boat in years.
You're not driving it now, Freiburger.
It's pretty fun.
That was great. Okay, so we're just having a blast with the Mopar muscle boat, and then lost the helm. That looks like it's doing nothing because it's doing nothing, and I'm not sure why. See if I can figure it out. Ooh, this looks like it's hard to fix.
I thought just the cable came off.
Okay, there's a blue cable coming off of here, and it's going down that way. It must hook to something on the other end.
Is it hooked on that end?
Well, I can't tell. Basically, this is a rack and pinion.
Is it doing anything?
It sure doesn't feel like it.
So do you think it came off the rack at the end of the turning?
Freiburger, I never get things off the rack.
Never?
We have to take a look at the back and see if we can push the cable over.
Okay, let me
Maybe
see if
it's
the cable's doing
overextended.
anything. Let me see what I can see.
What do you see in there?
Oh, it's turning back here, dude. You're screwed. It broke in the outdrive. It stripped something down below.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me look. Okay, go ahead.
I'm steering it.
It's not moving.
Now I'm going the other way.
That's moved now.
Yeah.
Now move it the other way.
Now it's going the other way.
It's moving irregularly, though.
I think you're right. It's because the gear is stripped on your pinion here.
I think this is okay.
Oh, wait.
What? Is the genius Freiburger gonna save the day? Whoa, that worked.
Uh-huh.
What did you do?
Put the rack and pinion back together.
Are you serious? How did you manage that, Freiburger?
Oh, man, you just got to have skill with the Chrysler boat, dude. You're an
I
amateur.
feel like a neophyte.
See, there's a clip at the back of the steering column that holds the gear that engages with the doohickey. And you just have to hold the gear up so that it engages with the doohickey.
Because it's got too much clearance and it's pushing too much forward on the thrust.
Exactly. So you have to hold the pinion into the rack.
You're like a mechanical Sherlock Holmes. I can't believe you just fixed that.
And it's full of graphite moly grease. Hold on a second. Let me just solve something for you here.
What? Whoa, I thought that fell in the water.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, no.
Yeah, go ahead and fix that.
Unbelievable. Okay, there's a bushing in here that's just completely loose. Go ahead and pull it out. We don't need that anymore.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's a top bushing as well. See, this is the steering column right here, and there's a C-clip that goes into this thing, and obviously this engages with the gear that works the rack, and it has disengaged with that gear because the bushing that holds it all together is gone.
I want to get the bushing out, then we just wrap gaff tape around it, put it back in, and then we're off again.
I got it, and the bushing. If you think this bushing is loose, you might as well slather some tape onto it.
I think just one stripe of tape will take care of that.
Okay.
Well, it's all fixed, Freiburger. I put the C-clip on, shafts in, and we're ready to roll.
That was teamwork.
Oh, I know.
So let me close the cowl and we're out of here, right?
Well, not quite.
Why?
This is a matter of I want to reclaim my hat after fixing the helm here.
Well, you were kind of a boss.
Yeah.
I admit it. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
I won't even Gilligan you because you did figure out the problem halfway.
All right. I've been demoted, but we're ready to go.
Ready? Shall I shove off? Man, it's a smooth ride in the 135.
It's true. Okay, Steve, I think it's worthy.
Yeah?
Oh! Yeah!
Man, I'm really happy.
I know, me too.
Finally got the Chrysler Conqueror back in the water. And look, it seems like it's really good.
Okay, I have to admit something.
I'm all ears.
I'm pretty sure you've sold me on the boating experience.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, look, Freiburger, we're pals, so if you ever have the hankering to go boating, she's all yours, buddy.
I thought you were going to say you would take me out.
No, man.
Oh, man.
You're a real pal, and you know how much I love the Mopar muscle boat.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want to damage it.
But, no.
It's the best of all worlds.
I
I don't
think
have to own a boat, but I could use it at any time.
Yes.
This is Nirvana.
Oh, man, you got it. All
Let's
right,
go.
let's go.
In typical roadkill fashion, out of gas. You always like to be in a boat with no steering wheel. Think this is a universal sign for I need help?
I'm not guaranteeing
You know,
this.
I'd be a lot more impressed if you could fix this with like a coconut and the assistance of some native tribes that didn't exist until this episode.
Oh, well, I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Fuck you and your mom and your sister and your dog and your broke ass car and the shit you call art. Fuck you and your friend that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you can all fuck off. I swear I meant to be the best when it ended. Even try to bite my tongue when you start shit. Now you're testing all my friends, asking questions. Never even like you in the first place. Baby, that girl that I hate for the attention. She only made it 2 days without connection. It's like you do anything for my affection. Going all about it in the worst ways. I was into you, but I know it now. And I was trying to deny. Nothing's getting through, so let me spell it out. A, B, C, D, fuck you and your mom and your sister and your job and your broke ass car and the shit you call art. Fuck you and your friend that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you can all fuck off. Na 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 na. A, B, C, D, fuck you. So you just
hard to hold my own. Just can't make it all alone. I'm holding on, I can't fall back.